Let's talk about my 2024 planner essentials. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, I am going to be sharing my paper planner or physical planner essentials, and I'm going to share my digital planner essentials. I am a digital planner and a paper planner because for as long as I can remember, I have used a physical planner or paper planner for work for my full-time job because that has always seemed to make the most sense. I really can't think of a way to get around it, but in my personal life and for every other element of my life, I actually like using a digital planner. So because I used to, I thought that it would be worth sharing with you guys all of my planner essentials. So for digital planning, first up, we obviously have my iPad because I do use a iPad for digital planning, and I honestly live and die by the 12.9-inch Apple iPad Pro, but that is mainly for a couple of reasons. When my laptop died, I thought long and hard about what I would need in a device to replace it, and people were talking about the iPads, and I haven't had an iPad in like 10 plus years, and they were just talking about how advanced they are and all of that. And so I kind of just took a deep dive into the iPads, and I landed on getting an iPad as opposed to a laptop. So I don't actually have a laptop. I do all things that maybe the average person might do on a laptop on my iPad, and that is why I opted for the larger screen, and that's also why I opted for a Pro. I actually really prefer digital planning on the Pro, which is probably wild to some people, but it's my preferred way of digital planning. To actually get the real laptop effect, I purchased a Magic Keyboard from Apple, and so this is it, and it will magnetically attach like such, and then I am able to use the keyboard and do all of my typing, editing, whatever it is that I'm trying to do. So I really love having these two. That really gives it that full-blown laptop experience. However, when I'm trying to digitally plan or just write on my tablet, of course, I do have an Apple Pencil. This is the second generation Apple Pencil, and I am using the OEM tip, which I know is probably wild because for years I would change out the tip and get like a pen-like tip, but I recently had to replace my Apple Pencil. I don't know if that was known to anyone or not. I think I talked about it on Instagram, but FYI, I recently damaged the whole Apple Pencil and I could not get it repaired. I took it to Apple. They said I needed to get a new Apple Pencil. So luckily I caught this on sale for, I think, Black Friday or Cyber Monday or something. But for probably the past 2 months-ish, a month and a half or so, I've actually just been using the regular tip that comes with the Apple Pencil. This also magnetically attaches like such. And the cool thing about this, I guess, is cool to me, is that I don't actually charge the Magic Keyboard for, I don't know what kind of sorcery is taking place, but it's always charged, I guess because the Apple iPad charges the Magic Keyboard. I have no clue, but I don't charge this keyboard or anything like that. I literally just attach the iPad and then it works automatically. It connects via Bluetooth automatically as soon as I connect it. Similarly with the Apple Pencil, as soon as I connect it to the Apple iPad, it automatically connects via Bluetooth. So it's a very seamless transition. And my Apple Pencil actually uses the iPad to charge. So basically everything, I guess, it's like an ecosystem. It all uses one another's powers to power the other one. So they're all connected in the circle of life. Now, because I use this as a laptop, it's typically in my backpack or just somewhere where you might find your average laptop, I guess. However, I do have an Apple iPad mini. I do not recommend having two iPads by any means, but I got this one for free. So it was pretty much a no-brainer. So this is just the smaller version of this. It's about half the size, and I carry this with me everywhere. So no matter where I am in time and space, this fits into my purse. This probably fits into my coat pocket right now. I'd be willing to bet, yep, it fits in my coat pocket. So this fits everywhere and anywhere. And so what's also cool is that I can just easily attach the pencil to this one and it'll connect in 2 seconds like such. And now I can use the Apple Pencil on this device just as seamlessly as I was using it or as I was able to use it on the Pro. so I don't have to have 2 Apple Pencils. So that's cool. But yeah, that's the only reason why I have this. I also use it as an e-reader and all of that, but I wouldn't have spent my hard-earned cash on this by any means, but because I got it for free, then that's pretty much the reason why I have it. But I do highly recommend it. The Magic Keyboard essentially serves as a case for my Pro, but I do have this clear case here that I got off of Amazon for my Apple iPad mini. And then I also got this strap off of Amazon as well, which means that I can put my hand through here. And this just really helps when I'm trying to get a better grasp of the iPad when I'm planning or writing, but especially when I'm reading. So they came separate, but I do highly recommend both of these because I feel like it really helps a lot when I am trying to plan. And even with this case on, the Apple Pencil will automatically connect. And then finally, of course, I'm going to mention my Paperlike screen protectors. You don't have to have a screen protector on your iPads by any means, but these screen protectors really make it feel like you're writing on paper. It really helps to give that illusion, I guess, if you will, and to get that same feedback as if you're writing using an actual pencil and a piece of paper. And so I highly recommend getting some Paperlike screen protectors. There are some that are more expensive than others. I always buy the cheaper ones. I feel like they work the same, so I guess you might call them dupes, but I highly recommend those. Now let's talk about my paper planner essentials. Obviously, I recommend having some type of paper planner. You can also create your own paper planner inserts as well and use rings or discs to bind your planner and create your own planner, but I'm not into any of that right now. I have done that obviously in the past. I've done a little bit of everything, but right now I'm just into buying planners. So I have purchased this Hemlock and Oak daily planner, which I am absolutely obsessed with. But moving on from the planner and talking about the essentials that I use with it, I have really been loving using this band here from the Martha Stewart line, which you can find at Staples. And I'm pretty sure I saw this, I've had this for like 5 years probably, but I'm pretty sure I saw this the other day in there. But I like it because I can put my pen in here, and then also I can put, this is one of my dot markers, I can put that in here, so I can use these two, which are essential. I just like adding a little pop of color to my pages, so I do so using this marker, or it's kind of like a highlighter, so to speak. And then I just need my pen for writing in it. And these are the 2 things that I'm always going to have on me at all times, and the only 2 things that I need: a pen and a highlighter or marker or something to add a little flair. Because of the binding of this planner, unlike, let's say, a spiral bound planner like your average notebook with the spiral with the coil, it doesn't have that, so I can't just attach my pen inside of there. Or it's not a ring bound planner, so I can't attach my pen inside of there. So I like just having somewhere to attach the pen, which is why this band here comes into play. By the way, I got this pen from Hemlock and Oak, and the reason why I got it is because not only is it a brass pen and really pretty and it has a nice weight to it, but it uses refills from some of my favorite pens. So I'm a gel pen girly through and through. I like a 0.5, 0.7 tip. That's kind of my sweet spot. Really 0.7, but sometimes that's a little thick, so normally I'll do 0.5. That's just, if you're wondering what I like, that's what I like. But I love gel pens, and so that's why I have this gel pen. So I can't imagine life without a gel pen. But let's talk about my little accessories that I have when I'm feeling frisky. Normally I'm just using what I just showed you, but sometimes I will, you know, go the extra mile to kind of zhuzh up the planner, if you will, if I feel like it, if I'm at home, you know, if I have time, not if I'm pressed for time, but when I feel like doing a little more, then I have some other essentials that I like to pull out, and so I want to share those with you as well. First of all, I have this pen case. This is just where I keep everything. This is, well, you can read it. And this is from MissSmartyPlansCreations.com, so check out that if you are interested. But let me share with you what all I typically keep in here. I have this paper clip here, which I highly recommend a paper clip of some sort. This is just one that I got for free at one of the recent meetups that I've gone to. Thought this was cute and I'm carrying it around. But I do have other types of paper clips, and paper clips are great so that you know where you are in your planner. Now, this planner actually has these, what do they call these? They're not strings, ribbons. They have these ribbons here, so I can use those to open up to where I need to go. This will take me to my month. This lighter, like tan, it's probably Sequoia. Actually, I don't know what color that is specifically. It takes me to my month, and then if I open this other one here, the brown one, it'll take me to the day that I'm on. So I don't actually need paper clips because this planner actually has these ribbons, but oftentimes, unless the planner is bound in this way, it's not going to have these ribbons. So it makes sense to have paper clips in your arsenal. Next up, we have some sticky notes. So let's talk about sticky notes. I love sticky notes. These sticky notes I got for free with the planner, so that's fun. These are habit tracker sticky notes. I actually have not used these, don't plan to, in my work planner, but I do have these, and I thought, you know, I'm just gonna carry them around, but I have other sticky notes that I actually do love and use. I love these top 3 sticky notes from CesaV, so I'll use those sometimes on some days if I have 3 main things that I wanna get done. Sometimes I will use those sticky notes. I do use these weekly sticky notes. These are from Hemlock and Oak as well, and it just has Monday through Sunday, which is what the planner has a Monday start. So I will use these and just write down different little meetings and such that I have for the week. These would also be good if I use my physical planner for anything other than work, to use for planning out workouts or meals and those types of things, or really just your week in general. But I find that between my monthly spread and my daily pages, I know where I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to be doing. Also have these sticky notes from Poi and Hun. I love these sticky notes, and I'm gonna be sad when they're gone because they're going. I only have a couple whites left, but I work in public education, and I need you to know that things change around so much. I'd say the only thing that's really consistent is that I have to, the days that I show up for work, Monday through Friday, and our schedule as far as what days we have off or whatever. But like my day is so, that's why I use sticky notes. The moral of the story is I use these sticky notes so that I can move around. I will write on the sticky notes, let's say I have a meeting, but a lot of these meetings are known to be canceled or rescheduled. So I will just write the meeting or just certain information on here so that I can just move it around if I need to. And then I also have these little sticky notes from Fancy Plans where I can write down like little notes and bits of information. Speaking of sticky notes, we now have to talk about pens. This is my Uni pen. It's an oil-based ink marking pen, which works like a permanent marker basically. And so this is by the Uni pen brand, and this is in 0.3. Is this focusing? And this is in 0.3. I actually have other tips, like thicker tips or whatever, but I find that 0.3 works, 0.3 rather, works good enough for me. So that's the only oil marking pen that I have in here. I also have a Micron, which doesn't work quite the same, but it is one of my favorite pens, and this is in 005. I also have I have thicker and thinner tips for this one. One of my favorite pens, and maybe my favorite pen of all time, if not, it's a race between a Sharpie S-Gel and honestly, what's that other pen I used to, it was a Papermate. It's a Papermate InkJoy. They kind of work the same, I ain't gonna lie to you. So this is a Sharpie pen this is the S-Gel in 0.7. Like I told you, I'm kind of a 0.5, 0.7 pen girly typically. So I have this pen. This is just like a backup if my other pen doesn't work. I do have a pen refill that came with the pen, so whenever it does run out or whatever eventually, I can use this one, but I just have a backup, well, one of my favorite pens with me, of course. This is a ceramic pen cutter from Print Pression. I had no idea this was from Print Pression, but it's like a cutter. It looks like a pen and it clicks, but it's actually the tip of it allows for, it's like a slice tool. And then this one is pretty much the same, but it's probably more like a weapon. It doesn't even have a name or branding on it, but this one is more like it's more like a slice tool as well, but it kind of, so it's a little bit different from the other one, I guess, slightly, but they kind of work the same. And then similarly, I do have some scissors in the event that I need to cut something, which is not really that common because I don't use stickers in my planner that much. If I do, it might be one here or there or something, so I don't really use the scissors as much as I used to, but I do have those. I also have the Zig Clean Color Dot single markers, so if I want to make a dot, all I have to do is that, and then I'll have a perfect circle. And I just, like I said, use those in my planner to add a little flair to my to-do list, just to add a little color to it, a little flair. Or if I have a meeting, I might use this just to differentiate it from other types of appointments and such on my calendar or on my planner. So I just use these to add a little pop of color, which those are perfect if you want to do any color coordinating. It's a no-brainer that I have mild liners on me, of course, at all times because I love mild liners. These are the mild liners. I love them, and they're really cool because they're dual tip. So this one is more like a highlighter, and then this one is basically like a marker tip. So you kind of get a 2-in-1. Some people don't know that these are dual tip. They'll just use the highlighter part, and then I'm like, you know, there's a bottom to it, and then they'll be shook. And then I have a clean color dot marker. This is by Zig as well, similarly to the other markers, and it also does the same thing, but it's dual tip. So this will give me a perfect circle, and then I have a dual tip, and this is more like a pen, so I could use that to write in my planner as well if I want to write in a different color other than black. I do have these other markers and highlighters that I can use. I have this highlighter, which is some random one that I found at school. It's a Sharpie one, so I do have that on me. And then I have another backup pen. This is a ballpoint pen, so I just keep it for backup. I have this, which is a tape runner, which I use all the time. Sometimes if I make a mistake, sometimes I don't correct it, but sometimes if I actually make a mistake and I don't want it to be a mistake that lives in my planner, I'll just correct it with this tape corrector. And then finally, I have a ruler, which is very essential. And so I use this dirty ruler. It's all scratched up and scraped up because it's old, if I need to use it for precision, basically. So I'm not using stickers in my work planner. I don't know that I've ever used stickers in my work planner. Before I switched to digital planning, I had a paper planner for all my personal needs, and I did use stickers in those. But then I moved to digital planning, and I do use stickers in my digital planner, but they're digital, so I don't have to carry around anything. So for which case, I haven't really carried around or used stickers in literally years. So I can't share with you any sticker essentials because I really don't carry around any stickers or use any stickers, especially in my work planner. If I were still using a paper planner for personal things, then I would probably still be using stickers. So those are all of my 2024 planning essentials. Let me know what planning essentials you have and you use. Are there any that I need to adopt and incorporate into my system? Let me know in the comment section. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe if you're new and if you're liking what you're seeing, and I will catch you guys right back here in a few days in a brand new video. Bye guys.